Hiya. Reading the paper about Boy George, or is it Girl George, or On the Way to George, Real George, Boy Wonder. It gets crazy. It's crazy when you're the whole paper. The New York Times ought to change their name to the New York Text. I've said that before. I've said a lot of things before. But you have to, they bear repeating because you didn't hear them the first time. And everything is old is new again, including a format that even this program guy, John Sebastian, is putting music for over 55 age group together on the radio to try to bring everybody back to listen to that box that I started on that box. I was the host of a international broadcast company. In other words, foreign language shows. I was on in Buffalo with the German show, the Polish show. The only one I did poorly in was the English show. It was a pretty interesting mix because we had all different kinds of programs on one station in those days. Now, it's if you have the satellite, it's different stations for different formats. Like Howard is the all Howard channel. Mine would be the most all Joey all the time. I think we're in trouble. We're separating all the time. That's why I keep constantly dividing. And you know the story is a house divided cannot stand. And we're always going to have this until we find somebody that brings us along. Even Moses had a hard time with the tribe, I'm told. He had 40 years of trying to feed these people. They were not really. I bet there was a lot of grumbling going on. I bet that was immigration. Now you know when you have to spread the seed to let them in, that's an immigration policy. I wonder if they had to register and the firstborn of them was not allowed to be in Israel. I don't know. It's all just a matter of time before it all gets straightened out. And I'll tell you something today. The latest is this gurgle, because it's all about girls now. The Google people, they don't want that sexual harassment. Well, who wants sexual harassment? I mean, listen, I grew up with sexual harassment. You know why? Because there were two sisters and my mother, 3 girls, and 1 bathroom. That's sexual harassment. That's the beginning of it. The toilet seat up, the toilet seat down. This has never ended. This girl issue is not new. And if men had babies, boy, would we know how to bitch. That's painful, you know. That labor pains now are supposed to be in the vagina, not in the workplace. But we have different kind of a society now, and it's really moving along at a rapid rate of destruction. The eve of destruction. I love that song. The eve this is a long eve. People are waiting for the rapture in the religion. They're waiting for the world to end in the rapture. And it never seems to come, you know. They've been talking about it for thousands of years. And the astrologers, they got to put the moon in the right place and the stars in the right place. The stars aren't where they belong anyway, like Tom Hanks hanging around for a cause and Oprah Winfrey helping people to win elections. How do they get involved in this? All of a sudden, we have star power. And you got the President of the United States who won the job and is doing the job that he says he was going to do, according to the script. Now he's out campaigning for other people. Why doesn't he stay home and do the job he got hired for? What's he doing everybody else's job for? Why do they do this every election time? Why do they have why does the President of the United States go out and campaign for everybody else? They're adults. Let them go out and get their own jobs. Why would he be in charge of going out, getting people elected? What's the reason for that? I know parenthetically it's because you want to have your way with the Senate and you want to have an easier ride with your programs and the plans. I know that. But why does the guy take time away and the money they spent, the billions of dollars? You realize you could have bought every immigrant in Syria a place to live with that money that we spent on elections. And if I see one more election from a celebrity talking about how bad he had it, hello. I was in a cold water flat in a white neighborhood that turned into a black neighborhood, meaning that we were the last white family. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anything. I thought we were well off till I left the neighborhood. I realized other people lived a little differently. But you know, when you have this kind of a family, when everybody goes out trick or treating together, when the parents go out and the kids go out and the relatives are there and everybody's in on it and you're enjoying the kids, that's tribal, that's fun. But if you send the kid out and then you eat his candy, maybe that's not a good idea. It's just amazing how we have gotten so far away from being together. I have a wonderful saying. I'm gonna leave you with this today. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. And I'm not Mr. Rogers, and this is my neighborhood. This is my place. I am sitting in Florida. They call it God's waiting room. I don't call it that because I don't think I'm going anywhere pretty quick. I'm going to be around for a long time because I'm here to aggravate you. I'm here to aggravate all those people who are dishonest and stealing. And I've done a little of that myself. It's a Reynolds Rap.